y'all, it's SheRea. What's up? Back with another video. As you can see from the title, today we'll be talking about 10 overhyped products that are actually worth the hype. They're worth the hype, they're worth your coins, they're worth your money, and they are worth the splurge. We'll be talking about natural hair, makeup, and skincare. So if you are interested, let's get into it. But of course, before we get into it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. A like goes such a long way. If you are new here and you've never seen my face, but you like my face, definitely subscribe so you can stick around and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss another video, because YouTube be playing. Okay, with the Sephora VIB sale on the horizon, I thought this was a perfect time to do a roundup of my favorite things that you can find at Sephora. I mean, you can find them a lot of places, but you can find them at Sephora, and for just a limited time, you'll have a time to save some money. If you don't know anything about the VIB sale, it happens a few times a year, and you don't want to miss it because it's anywhere from 10% to 20%. You have to use the code YAYHOLIDAY, and that's how you'll get your savings. But I will leave all the details down below. I already feel like this intro has been way too damn long. So let's actually get into the video. And per usual, if you click the links in my description box, it really does help my channel. It's no extra cost to you. You're gonna get your savings either way, but it does keep this channel going, and I will love you forever. Anyway, y'all, let's for real this time. Let's get into it. Starting with, no surprise. Are you surprised? This is the Olaplex number 3. I got the Big Daddies. Olaplex usually comes in a 3.3 ounce bottle. This is what it looks like. I have it upside down just because I want to make sure I get all the product. This is my second one. I've already used up one, so I decided just to get the Big Daddies. These are the 8.5 fluid ounces, and they're only available around the holiday season. I saw them last year and they disappeared, so I jumped on it even before the sale because I didn't want no issues. I wanted to make sure I had my stuff so they will last for months at a time. Got 2 of them, so we got 16 ounces plus in my house. I love this if you're dealing with shedding, if you're dealing with elasticity issues, if you're dealing with breakage. I did not believe the hype. I was like, please, a regular oil conditioner, there's no way it can do all these things. But then I tried it. This said Olaplex will fix your credit, it will start your waistline, it will get you a good man, and it does all the things because this is life-changing, game-changing. I can't believe how much I love it. I hate that it's so expensive, but with the sales coming up, it's definitely going to be worth it. I recommend you pick this up and get the Big Daddy. SheRea told you so. Let's talk about the second thing in the natural hair category, and we have the Dyson blow dryer. Honestly, y'all, I never thought I would buy a Dyson. I never thought a Dyson was worth the money. Why would I spend $400 on a blow dryer? But I love it. It's a thing you hate to love because it's so expensive, but it's worth the money. If you can swing the money for it, I definitely think it's a life-changing, game-changing tool in my natural hair arsenal. It dries the hair so quickly for a wash and go. It blows it out straight so effortlessly. I really do love it. I know there's dupes on Amazon and you can check it out, but when it comes to my hair, I will splurge. So the Dyson, it's a yes. It's a hell yes. It's small enough to travel with. You can use it to stretch your twist out, which is really my favorite way to use it. It will stretch my hair in no time, and I love that for me because shrinkage will be shrinking. And now that we're talking about natural hair, I know I may have questions about my hair, so I will link the product that I use down below to achieve this braid out. It is a 5-braid braid out. I just used some oil and a custard, and I got this nice, effortless, huge fro, which is so cute. I feel like my hair looks so good. Bae thought it was a wig. I was like, honey, don't do me. This is all she. This is all her. So I'll definitely leave the product that I use down below to style my hair. You can also pick it up at Sephora, and it's definitely also worth the splurge. That was the little cheat, not part of the 10, so we're gonna move on. Let's go into makeup. The first makeup item, I literally don't know where it is. It is somewhere in my empties bag because I used it up, and it's a Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I think y'all know about this. People have raved about it, and rightfully so. If I can help it, I always buy the minis. The minis isn't always the most cost effective, but when you buy a lot of products like I do, because I'm an influencer, I just don't like having a lot of products around me. I like going through stuff fast, so I like getting the minis, and it's more affordable. You get to try it out, and a lot of minis actually last a long time. I said that to say I got the Better Than Sex mascara in a mini. It was phenomenal. That's great for the lashes, definitely worth the money. I know there are a lot of good drugstore mascaras, but I actually really do like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Hate to love it. Next up for overhyped products that's definitely worth the hype is the Benefit Precisely My Brow. Jackie Aina put me onto this a long time ago, and because of the price, I was like, sis. But NYX who? Love this so much. I get this in the color 6. It does great for my eyebrows. I didn't use it today. I actually used my Anastasia Brow Wiz in the color Ebony, and that has just been sitting, and now that I've used it today, I'm like, ooh, you may need both. I said I would only mention one of them because I only wanted to give you 10 items, but you may also need the Anastasia Brow Wiz as well. That's an OG, and that's also worth the hype, but this is worth the hype too. Treat yourself. Get both. I got 2 already in my stash. Y'all know me and my little baby samples. This is a Laura Mercier translucent powder in medium deep. I did not want to get this because it was like $40 for the big powder. At the time, I was like, don't want to do it. But this is worth the money, y'all. Like, I'm going to get the big one as soon as this is done. I'm glad that I was able to try it in the mini size, but it's worth the money. Like, does my skin... Like, is my skin not skinning? Is my skin not skinning? I use this to set my face. I use this to set my face most times. And when I don't use it, I can definitely tell. Worth the money, honey. I'm not sure this next product is actually overhyped because I actually haven't heard many people talk about it. I was actually put onto this by the Sephora girl. I usually don't trust them. True tea. I usually do not trust them, but I was like, I don't know no better. So what you got, sis? And she recommended the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Love this so much. Of course, your girl got herself a little mini. I did not really believe in setting sprays because I felt like in the past, they didn't do much for my sweaty skin. But sis, I was out on the path during the dead of summer. I was sweating, trying to find my way. I have no sense of direction. And sis held me down. I was like, I'm going to go to lunch looking a hot mess. But when I looked at my camera on my phone, I was like, but sis, you still sitting, you still snatch. And I owe it all to this. At every step, I went in with this. So I would put my foundation on, spray. Put my concealer on, spray. Put my powder on, spray. And even with sweating, the mask rubbing against my face was still sitting. You need her. You need her. I don't hate to love her. I love her. Now let's move on to skincare, something that's kind of new on my channel, but I'm really into skincare now, and I feel like my skin just looks better than ever. I've always had pretty good skin, but I'm attaining great skin, and I love that for me. The first item is the Pharmacy Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. I did not want to like this, or it's completely washed out, sis. It's okay, I'll put a picture. I did not want to like this because it's expensive and I'm cheap. Like, at heart, I'm cheap. I know y'all see me buy a whole bunch of natural hair products. I'm always hauling something, but at the core, I love to save a good dollar, but she worth it. So of course I got my little mini size, but I already have the big baby in my cart for the Sephora sale. I'm actually going to try this fragrance-free version because my skin, I'm finding, is actually really sensitive, but this doesn't irritate my skin. I just want to try the fragrance-free version. It will melt this makeup off your face. More often than not, I'm using a balm for my first cleanse. I don't really like oils. I prefer balms. I just like how it smooths across the face, how it emulsifies when water hits it. It's just a good time. It's just a good time. It helps to melt the makeup away. You're not using makeup wipes, which tug at the face, which really go into the landfill. So I'm doing my part. You should do your part and try this out. It's worth the coins. It really is. Speaking of cleansers, this is one of my favorite cleansers. This is the Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamin Superfood Cleanser by Youth to the People. This is actually my second mini. I've already used up my first one, and this one was sent to me by the brand in like a PR package. And I'm savoring this because it is on the pricey side. And I want to experiment using drugstore products as well, because I know everyone can't splurge at Sephora. But this is so good. This is so worth the money. I'm going to use it tonight to get off this makeup. It gets off makeup beautifully. I still need to go in with 2 cleanses. So I go in first with my oil balm, and then I go in with this twice, just because I want to make sure my face is clean. So it is not a strong stripping cleanser, and I don't like that anyway. So I do like that I can go in twice with this, and it's not going to strip my face. Like I said, my skin is kind of sensitive, and this just does great things for my skin. It leaves my face feeling nice and supple, and in the aspiration for glass skin, this is helping her. Love this. Lastly, for skincare is a Paula's Choice Skin Perfecting 2% BHA Liquid Exfoliant. So I'm going to do a whole separate video about this, but I have found that my skin does not like actives, acids, BHAs, AHAs, whatever the heck y'all call them in the skincare community. My skin be like, no. It'd be so tight and tingly, and I really jacked my face up using a bunch of actives and stuff. But this is really gentle on my face. Now, I wouldn't use this every day personally on my sensitive skin, but once or twice a week, when I apply this, if I'm feeling any type of uneven texture around like my cheek and nose area, for some reason, sometimes that can get a bit bumpy. But when I go in with this, it literally wipes my sins away. Like, it feels so good on the skin. It doesn't make my face tingle. It doesn't burn. It doesn't do anything crazy. I only have like, you hear that? A little dab left, like literally one more use. And this is also already in my cart because I love her. And I will continue to use her. I will stick beside her. Everyone talks about this in their skincare videos, and I'm like, yeah, right. And then I tried it, and I was like, oh, yeah, right, because it's worth it. And lastly, for something that's not natural hair, it's not makeup, it's not skincare, it's the Forever Mood Candles by Jackie Aina. So when this first came out, I did not purchase it because it wasn't at Sephora, and because I wasn't into candles, I was really new to candles, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna risk it. That sounds really bad, because I love supporting us. But I was like, I don't know. But when it came to Sephora, I went into my local Sephora. This was the last one. I smelled the sample and I was like, oh yes, I need her. And she is worth the money. I don't think the Forever Mood is completely overhyped, but I did want to include it in this video. I think it deserves a lot more hype. I think a lot of people don't get it because it's more on the pricey side for what is really a small candle, but it's so good. Like, I have my home goods candles, and they don't have any throw. Like, literally, I will light them and it's like, are you even on? Like, is this thing on? Because it doesn't really, you know, get into the room and fill the room, but this does. Like, even the next day, I'm like, Forever Mood. Like, you can smell it the next day. It's just so pungent. That's probably not the right word. My 9th grade English teacher would not be proud of me. I definitely think it's worth it. I know there's mixed reviews about the scent, but I love this scent. This is Caked Up, and I currently have Cuffin Season in my cart for the VIB sale because I need her. And I may get another one of Caked Up. I'm not sure yet, but because my cart is already at about like 700, it was at like 9, and I was like, oh sis, you getting crazy. So I've knocked it down to, I think, 700, but that's still $700. So we'll see what I end up with. If you do want to see a Sephora VIB sale haul, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Let me know, leave me a comment. I know y'all aren't really into makeup and skincare like I am now, but yeah. But that's it, guys. These are my 10 overhyped products. They're actually worth the hype. Y'all know I don't hype nothing. I don't make something out to be not what it is. Y'all know I don't do that. Don't have time for that. The things that I've mentioned today are things that I love, things that I will continue to use until I find something better. But for right now, these are top tier. Top tier, sis. Definitely let me know what your favorite overhyped products are. I would definitely love to know. Let me know what you're getting for the VIB sale. I need to know. I'm gonna need to a little bit more to mine. Let's have a dialogue down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Peace. Bye, y'all.